Welcome at some more Eco, and for today we are going to build a whole new building onto the two empty plots right in the front of me. But before doing that, I have to explain you something about the last project, and or I have to show you something that I've been doing off camera. Now in the last episode I spoke about a display building. I've been building the display building, and the only thing that I really have to do is make all the furniture and whatever not for the display building. Now the point is, the last few days I've been working my butt off in order to try to make as much furniture as possible. The only problem here is that I'm going to need to have a little bit more time, and I'm done for about 85%. And because I don't want to let you guys down with episodes that are going to be too far onto the menu, I just wanted to do something between in. And this project for today is going to be something with more simplistic. I have spoken a couple of times about a building that I wanted to make, which exists from just a bit of steel, a lot of glass, and some concrete. Now I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with it as we speak about the inside of the building, but last night something popped up in my head. I want to take a look at the large elevator, the industrial elevator, and I want to see if we can make a car dealership out of this building, which sounds very strange for such a tiny building. But I got it all planned out in my head, unless the elevator is going to be too big for it. Now, before we're going to make a start here and get all the needs that we are going to need, I just want to show you something. In the last episodes, the one before that, I asked you guys a city name, and then I got this thing down here. Secret Slayer 12 was saying Soup City, so I told you that I would put up a sign in the next episode, which will be this one. So here's the sign saying Soup City. The population is 260, which is based on the amount of subscribers you guys are in this town. And I will update this count each several times. I got another sign of these when you come from the farm area where you're just about to pass the solar farm. I got another one of this sign. And yeah, still, once again, thank you much for the suggestion. Now, I have done a little bit of off-camera work because, I needed to wait for this furniture to be made. I had to let a lot of resources progress at these workbenches. So I had to do something meanwhile. Now, I've been updating the pineapple. These called pineapples. Yeah, pineapple. So I updated the pineapple farm just a little bit. I added a couple of extra plants, and yeah, I tried to make it look a little bit nice, and it kind of fits in better with the sign rather than having trees and bushes and whatever not grow here. So it looks a lot more clean. Now the other thing that I've been doing, because first I wanted to place the sign right down here. Now the thing here is that this sign here was actually placed right down here on a tiny little piece. And I thought, that's actually very dangerous. When you're a car, you're driving that way, and the sign is actually blocking the view of the car that is actually waiting here, that has to stop. And why does he have to stop if a car comes from there or there? And yeah, that's a dangerous thing when there is like a sign blocking up the view also from this side. So then I decided I'm going to add something different here. So I just mainly made the sidewalk a bit wider, placed a railing, I made a part there of the river out of concrete and a little bit up there. It looks a lot better, it looks a lot more realistic. And this is of course for our next project. I've been doing just a little bit, trying to connect certain things up. It is a bit messy. At some point I really had to force myself to stop working on this. But basically what I want to do here is have an entrance and have an exit. The middle part will be flattened out like that, so I can actually go in with the vehicle and just turn around a lot more easier than I'm doing right now. Because now I have to drive in there and I have to drive backwards, and sometimes it just gets stuck. Really annoying, but this is the project for Home Depot for another day, so I've stopped with doing that. The sidewalk is very good. So, as you can also see, I'm working on some sand, which is something which I had to look up on YouTube. In one of the episodes with the crane, Soy was saying you can actually use crushed sandstone and granite in a rocker box to make sand. Nice use of the waste product for iron, copper and gold production. Thank you so much for that suggestion. Another thing here is I have looked a long while ago at the rocket box. I seen some of the stuff and I was like, okay, these are the things you can do, and it never came up in my mind to take a look at it. Like, I've been doing some stuff with the iron, right? Trying to split iron and wet tailings and stuff. And I never took a look at this. It always has been in my face for a very long time that you can actually make sand. But I think the very first time when I looked at this, I was like, okay, you need silica pearls or something. Something from the ocean, and I never took a look at it ever again. It'd be easier to, you know, to put it right down there. Anyhow, a lot of that and too less about the new building. Now, like I said, I wanted to see if I can make like a car dealer out of it. There are certain car dealers in the world that makes use of multi-store buildings, and they just place the cars on top. Sometimes I wonder, like, how do they get those cars down, you know, besides an elevator idea. Alright, what is this? An electric motor. Okay. I need to just focus for a bit. I need a few couple of flat steel, which is the same stuff I'm using for the building. I believe I have a few couple of flat steel in the stockpile. Let me see if I need to make more. I got 5 flat steel, so let's make a few couple more, which, let me see, I want to have 10 max of the exposy, work on it, and we'll get some more exposy stuff. Yeah, so the thing is, I'm not sure if this elevator will fit into the building. If it's too big, it's not gonna work. Then I might have to do something else with it. But for now, we're just going to assume that it will fit in the building. And where is my stuff? Alright, let's make some more of that. And meanwhile, I should also put these guys back up to work. I've been working my butt off the last couple of days for the ECOA building, the display building. And this, oh man, I wanted to... Okay, one little spoiler, I wanted to start out with the signs. When I see that the signs already started off, you know, at the workbench you can make the signs, you can select show all, what kind of materials, and these signs, I think the signs are having the most variety, yeah, has the most variety. So each certain workbench can make a few couple of signs, and no, this one doesn't, but the carpentry. So for the carpentry, for example, if I would click on human bench, right, and I would do this, show all, it used 3 of them. And the only one that has most of this stuff is the advanced carpentry table, which has like 13 different kinds of something. And, but if you look at this one, I believe, this one has so many already, right from the beginning of the first couple of workbenches. So every workbench is going to have a whole row of this, while with the furniture, only the highest workbench have this. So the signs are literally, there are so many different types of signs, or better say textured signs, that I didn't want to start off with that. And you know what, ECOA is like a furniture building and not like a sign building. Maybe in the future I will make a sign building, especially with signs only, but I figured out it is way too much to start off with these signs, and the building would be way too small for that. So that's why I don't have any signs. One of these, thank you. And before continuing, let me also check out the carpet, because I'm not sure if I would have enough carpet. By the way, I've been fixing wall carpet for the ECOA building, but more about that you will see probably in the next video. I've also got something in mind for a edited intro for that video only, some kind of a commercial intro. Let me see, nylon carpet, let's give couple of these. I can actually better, which I, no, I never know how much, so let me just do 60, no, and then I don't know, 45, and then go from there. Okay, 43, let's do that, there we go. Electric motor, ooh, I could just craft you already, very good. I also remember I had to make plenty of these basic circuits for those lamps. And I have also been making a couple of extra furnitures, like bank safes and whatever not, all to display in the co-op building. And I had to make a lot of lamps because, you know, part of the furniture. So that's why I made a lot of electric circuits. And one other thing I have been doing, so much information, I have actually been unlocking paper milling. I was lucky to have all the resources already done for it. All I had to do was craft the book. So I did craft the book because I wanted to make like bookshelves, and they require paper apparently. Right, one industrial elevated police. And the funniest thing is also, oh man, so much. I have been turning on at some point so many workbenches that I actually run out of power while I have two solar things. Like, look at this. Again, I just ran out. Like, I use so much of the stuff. So, yeah, long story short, I'm going to need to build another solar thingy. And I don't even have street lights. I need just 3 servos. I say just, but how much you want to guess they will cost circuits? Yep, they will cost circuits. And I'm going to have more fiberglass, which is crafted at electronical stuff. And so on and so on and so on. Okay, just gonna move this thing out of the way. I have been using this thing actually for the project of the sidewalk. Because the reach from the little hill there to the vehicle was so much that I just used this thing. It's still filled up with stuff, as you can see. Right down here. That is still from the project there. I had to walk too much. Alright, so the elevator is done. And certain projects are still in the make. But that's okay. I just brought a ton of carpet already. All I'm going to need now is the one most important thing. Is the industrial elevator. Which is probably too massive. Because in the pictures it looked like you can put 2 vehicles on it. And I'll guess it's big because you want to have the excavator on it. Oh, Jesus. Man, I wasn't expecting it to be that big. That's what she said. It is so big I can't even place it here. Block, but what? I think it needs to... I understand, but... Okay, let me see. It reaches to... It's... well... Okay, wait. How much does it... Yeah, it sticks out all over the road. I wanted to say, you know, it might be just perfect for the roof. It just fits in here, like underneath the line. I could have like a wall. It will stick out on the roof though, but it's too large. It just have the good width. No, that's never gonna work. Which is a bummer. That one. Okay, so you know it's not gonna work out. I have to use this for a different building. So the car dealer for that is not going to be a thing. So I will make a car dealer, but then it will be on this spot down here because I got a ton of space. And by the way, I also blocked off this mine down here. Originally, I need to get rid of this thing. Let me just dump it in here. Originally, I wanted to... I made that mine down there for sand. You know, but I had like a sand mine and it started to get depleted. And then, you know, I got the answer on use a rocket box. So this mine here was, you know, not needed anymore. So what I did is I've been dropping down tons and tons of dirt underneath it. Okay, I'm just going to, you know, leave it with that for now. And what I would like to do is just give you a bit of an outline idea of what is going to happen. So these blocks are going to be right down here, right? And crazy or not, but this wall down here will be made completely out of concrete to just cover up that wall. And also that wall, of course this side will stay open. There will be a pathway right down here. There will be still a bridge on top of this. And this building, the first floor will only be enterable via, I don't know, this side down here. The walls will be completely out of glass except the back wall. And the second floor, maybe third floor, will only be enterable via this building, which will have like a stairways type of idea. Alright, so after we got that, you know, the floor done, what I would like to do is put this in here as the floor. Just gonna show you a little part, and anything else I will just do off camera. What I, by the way, really love is just the transition between the dirt or sand and the carpet. Very nicely done. Then we have, of course, metal. Now I just need to see, alright. What is that exactly? That is like dog type-ish. By the way, I did see, yeah, I tried to look for the roadmap of ECOA, like a normal roadmap, rather than having that roadmap tree on the website. It's just, for me, a little confusing though. And I seen like, what is that called? Concept art of the boats and dock areas and what they all not planning to do. It's look like really cool, by the way. Something like this. Yeah, that is also one other thing. I want to have it one higher though. And the one other thing that I mean is like, I do not really understand what is going on with the non-seamless type of deal. It only seems to happen on the very last block that is connected up with something different on that side. On this side though, you see that? This is kinda odd, so it should also happen here, so only two are needed. It doesn't. So yeah, this is the idea. Pretty much skeleton type of deal, and then a lot of windows. It's very simple. Man, I just, you know, building season 5 is gonna be so amazing. I will take care that stuff will be fitting. You know, we're going to work a lot with garage doors, sizes, and trying to keep certain rules, so things won't look odd anymore. Like this down here, this looks very odd. Like, that's why I would like to cover up the wall against the buildings with concrete type of deal, which also gives it a slightly modern type of look though. But yeah, like, you know, one thing I find a shame, that if you got the line thing on, you cannot place the block on top. Like if I do this, right, you can do that with a single one, but when you turn on the line one, it doesn't allow you to do that. Alright, I get to the point where I'm going to need to somehow implement the door. Now, of course, I could just put in a doorway with glass only around it, but it looks a little bit silly, considering the glass doesn't have an outline. So in this case, I'm going to need to make use of something like this. It's not going to be too pretty, but neither am I, right? So it's so thick. Nothing wrong with thick. Thick is nice. Oh yeah, that problem. Maybe damn. This is also a thing in this game. Like, you know, this game has little things that really need to be changed. This is one of them. You need to be able to rotate it. Well, I guess there is only one thing I could do about this, maybe. Because the top ones can rotate, but it doesn't count for the bottom ones. Yep, I freaking thought so. Yeah, also that is a thing. Like, this glass is very blue, and the glass in the door is just a little bit black out. You know, it actually doesn't give it a wrong look. Like, having it really grayish and bluish. I just wish that, you know, the windows would be the same type. But when I see this, I don't think I should be complaining about the glass color, but about the texture. Right, so this is the first part. It's very what is it called? Bland. Right, when there's nothing in it. Very boring. It looks like something that could easily be like a shopping store idea. You know, like having mannequins and a few couple of empty shelves. So what I want to do really right now is implement a stairways. Alright, I'm gonna do it different, alright? It's gonna be a little shopping store type of deal. I don't want to have a stairways in here because no matter how I place it, it will look silly. And I don't want it to look silly. So I'm gonna keep the stairway, the door of this building up front. We can make something nice out of it. I will just see how I'm gonna do it, like a little shopping store that actually has nothing to do with the whole other part of the building. Alright, here we be. Time for a part 2 of the building, which we're just going to line this out all the way here and put 3 of these right down there. Just picked up some more of this concrete from a stockpile. And when the Home Depot is being done, these stockpiles that are all over the place are going to be way more cleaner. I actually cannot wait for that. This is something that, like I said before, when you play this game the first time or play a game like this for the first time, it can get pretty messy until you figure out what the best ways are in order to play a game like these. If you're really a builder though, if you're not a builder, you don't care, I think I'm gonna need a lot more carpet, you see. Yeah, I have to wait for a bit. Anyhows, let's take a look. A solar generator. I needed a servo, and where you turn off? Servo. I need it. Okay, let's make. Wait. No. 3 is enough. And then we can make another solar generator. That's very good. This stuff is being done. It's also very good, which I should be able to. I have a few couple carpets in my car, so I could, get along for a bit. Let me just say, make 60. One door here and one door there. Beautiful, almost. Okay. So I just want to also say that when we make the the Home Depot, the mini Home Depot will be gone, which for some of you know that is this building. It's just like a mini dump. This building is eventually going to leave too. I want to build something in place that is a lot better, and it's actually something that I wanted to build in the first place, but didn't really have a chance to. So we have another project, and what I also want to do is make a 3 wide sidewalk as far as possible. And let me just show you, because I can do it right down here until the bridge. Let me just say I can do it right down here. Now this down here, the only thing that I will have to do is just change something onto this building, so there will be like no little wall. I will just I will leave the pillars here because I forgot what the place is called in Florida or something, like these old neighborhoods. Like to have like this balcony that comes over the sidewalk with pillars down. And the sidewalk just goes underneath it, something like that. And down here it is already 3 wide, so I want this whole row up to the bridge 3 wide. And yeah, if I'm gonna build a massive Home Depot, then the small one isn't really going to be needed, and this tailoring can get a new building. That's something that I just also wanted to say. Alright, time to make the stairways. Now the good thing is that when I place a piece of stairways down here and go on and on down, is that eventually the last part here I could actually remove the carpet, just like so, and put this part where I've forgotten. Alright, so we have the stairways right down here. I think on this side it should be fine though. Yeah, I think it will be, because I want to make like a reception area, like right down here. You come in, blah blah blah, and then you're gonna go to the office right on top. Anything else, not quite sure yet what to do. Well, no, this one doesn't have it. Ah, yeah, oh well, it does. Okay, my apologies. This would be very nice, or at least, yeah, it makes a little bit more sense than what I had before. So in this case, you can see I don't need concrete down here, because there will be a carpet floor up here. I do need it down here, and I'm thinking of it. I have been making let's keep it silly mistake, because if I'm gonna make a second floor on it, then it means that this piece of the wall will be, or this floor piece will be one wide rather than two wide as I wanted to. So I'm going to need to rearrange the floor. I'm not sure if this will be visible, but I'm going to move it up anyways. I'm also thinking this whole row down here doesn't have to be there because it counts the same for the other side. And this whole row down here also doesn't have to be here. Same story as there, only this one. Yeah, because this stuff is being visible from the outside. It makes building a lot more challenging if you're trying to think of that kind of stuff. Man, managing a city all by yourself is it's tough, man. Really cannot wait to, have my own server, public as well as private. To get on the private, you need to unlit onto the public. The way how you are, the way how you build, how seriously are you taking it, how good are you with role playing and that kind of stuff. And yeah, with more people, things are going to go a lot better, of course. Alright, I keep running out of resources at this moment, and the thing is, let me just take a look at this building. Yeah. I think too high will be enough. It will stick out just a little bit from that building, I guess. Yeah, it is exactly the same height, I would say. Let me see. Above the doorway, there is like 2 spaces. So above the doorway, 2 spaces. Yeah, it will be the exact same height. Only it will stick out one block more because that building is lower than that building. Maybe I need to make it 3 high. You guys need to let me know down below in the comment section. 2 high, 3 high, and what do I need to do with this building? What should I put in there, like little offices or anything else? I will continue working on it off camera. Meanwhile, I'm working on the ECOA building, making more furniture and building. So, in the next episode, we're going to do a big reveal of 2 buildings at the same time. I will wait with making it 3 high. I can always make it 3 high anyways. And, trying to fill in the parts that I think I can fill in. And it's good to see. Oh. I just wanted to say it's good to see the glitchy stuff is away. I will make something nice out of this area. And place down some plants and some desk and whatever not. Just make it look nice. And maybe I'll end up making like a fence down here. Which I'll just simply do it like that, then it looks like a closed fence. And, this game needs fences that can open and close towards the side, or you got like doors, you got garage doors, but you don't have like fence doors or whatever. Anyhow, I'm so excited. Let me know down below in the comment section, what do you want to see in this building on the 2nd floor, and do you want me to build a 3rd floor, and let me know what you want to see in there. The next time I'm going to reveal ECOA and or this building in complete finished shape.